Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives. On the table in front of us is something that I'm excited to be able to have in my hand. Now, this is actually on loan to us from Tie Addiction. Chris, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to check this out. I'm just going to start by saying that this thing is insane. Now, right off the bat, you guys, this is a $1,500 knife. So have I done anything with it besides carry it around in my pocket? No. And I'm not going to, because $1,500, I am not taking the chance, but it is freaking amazing. For those of you who don't know, this is a Marfione DOC, which stands for Death on Contact, if you did not know that. And this thing is an absolute beauty. I mean, it is just, it's heavy. It's really heavy. I'm going to have to get the scale out when I do the weight on it, but this is actually a custom, one of a kind, and this is number 007. You guys, look at the belly on this blade. So you've got this fabulous mirror polish on here. Absolutely gorgeous. It is so freaking sharp, so thin. I mean, this thing is just amazing, and it weighs a ton, but I absolutely love it. You do have an LMAX steel on this with a hollow grind, a beautiful, beautiful mirror polish. And you actually have a little carbon fiber inlay on the blade itself, which is very cool, both sides, front and back. I do love that. Your handles that you're going to get on here are going to be two-tone tie and carbon fiber. So what do I mean by that? Well, I mean it's tie handles with a carbon fiber inlay. Really, really well done. You cannot feel the carbon fiber anywhere. Absolutely gorgeous, or even on the blade. This is so incredibly well done. And I mean, for $1,500, yeah, I can see that. I can see why. It is a frame lock, as you can see. You have these giant thumb studs, which I cannot flip it. It is way too big for me to flip. But it is a flipper tab, and as you can see there, you do have some jimping on there. Listen to this thwack. Oh, doesn't that just sound awesome? You have this awesome finger choil. Now, I love the shape of this finger choil because it's really letting you lock in there, and I do absolutely love that. It feels really, really good in hand. Now, I wasn't quite sure, what it was going to be like because it is so large, and I would actually have to go up a little ways because, let me adjust the camera a little bit for you guys so I can get to the whole knife in there while I'm holding it in hand. Hang on just a second. All right, we're back. I just want to adjust that so you guys can fully see this in my hand. It has a phenomenal feel to it. Ergonomically, I really like how it fits in my hand. I was actually very surprised by that. I can actually hold it back here on just the handle itself, or I'm able to really choke up on it. And you can see that I've got an extra, 2-3 inches, 2.5 inches out the back. So this is what I would consider a very large knife for me. The belly of the blade, I love the swoop. I love the belly on this one. Again, it's not my knife, so I can't really do, it's not that I can't, but I will not really do a whole lot with it. The grind on this is just superb. Absolutely superb. As I said, very, very sharp. I'm absolutely loving how this feels. Now the clip, it's obviously not a deep carry. You can see that there, and you can see the little logo, Marfione logo there. Love that. It is not a deep carry, so you're going to have about a little over an inch. Let's lay this down here. A little over an inch out of your pocket, obviously. But it is very low. So it's kind of like low and tight is what I want to call it. It is not a hot spot in my hand. I think it really depends on the person as to whether it is, but because of the width of the handle and where it rests in my hands, it is not a hot spot at all. I absolutely love it. I'm going to do a size comparison here if I can find my knives. Let's see. We've got, let's take a look at it. Most of you know the Benchmade bug out. And you can see it just absolutely takes it over. It is such a big knife. We will also put it up against the ever familiar Rat 2. Hopefully I'm keeping you guys. And again, that's, that's another small knife comparison. Let's go ahead and move this up here so you can see. And I'm actually looking for my rat one, which I am not seeing in my drawer. There it is. All right, so I use these knives because a lot of people are familiar with them, size-wise. So here is the rat one. Let's go ahead and move these away. Here's the rat one. So as I said, I do consider this to be a large size knife. So as you can see, when you put the DOC next to that, you are absolutely getting a large size. Now, your belly of your knife is going to be much bigger, obviously, which I love that. The handle width is going to be about the same. Okay, so you don't really have to worry about the handle width on that. Your blade length is going to be just about the same. Handle length is just about the same. But you know, you're talking a much higher dollar knife. And I think with the higher dollar knife, what's impressive about it, you know, the higher you go, is a lot of the times you're getting a fit and finish that just exceeds anything you can pay for a lower price for this fit and finish. If that made any sense to you all or not, I hope so. Let's take a look at a couple of the specs on this. So we're going to say here that our blade length is going to be about 3 3/4 inches with a 3 1/4 inch cutting edge, which is a very good size. If we do the closed length, we are looking at about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 inches. So as you can see, it is going to be a very big knife. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With the lanyard spot here, you're looking at almost 9 1/4 inches. Belly-wise on this little guy, this big guy, you're looking at 1.5 inches at the widest point. That's insane. Now, I have a knife from Alien Knives that has the same kind of belly on it, and I absolutely love that. It gives you so much more cutting edge, gives you so much more ability to cut thicker piles, thicker things, because you do have more knife and blade to actually go through, which I really do like that too. As I said, it does have a place for a lanyard. Would I ever put a lanyard on something like this? Probably not. I don't use lanyards to begin with. This is not a knife that I would put a lanyard on. Now, for the lefties out there, it is a right hand only carry. So it definitely would be one that would not have the lefty love. But it is smooth. Very smooth. I love the sound of it though. Check this out. Doesn't that just sound great? It is not a drop shutting knife by any means. You know, it's definitely much stiffer than that, but it's a fabulous knife. And you've got the frame lock here. So, you know, if you're dropping it shut and you have your hand in the wrong place, you are absolutely going to be putting pressure on the frame lock, which is going to prevent you from drop shutting it anyways. So if I do 2 hands, because it is a larger knife, you know, not too bad. Not too bad. I really do like it. Now, could I afford to spend $1,500 on a knife? No. Would I do it? You know, honestly, if I had the chance to do it for something I really wanted, I may do it. The only problem I have with that is if I had a $1,500 knife, I don't know that I would want to use it so much. I would probably be more prone to being very gentle with it. I tend to beat up my knives a little bit more when they're not super expensive because I don't feel like replacing them is going to be a big issue. Replacing a $1,500 knife, that's a big issue for me. But otherwise, you know, hey, more power to you. If you guys can do it and you like it and you want one, absolutely grab something like that. I think it's absolutely wonderful for the people who can afford to do it. I just can't. So I just wanted to give you guys a little closer look at this. Now, obviously, this is not available, and I know you guys hate it when I do that, but I had to give you a look at this one because it is just awesome, and Marfione makes some awesome, awesome knives. So again, you guys, this has been the Marfione DOC. It does run about $1,500. I don't know if you could find one. If you can, it's most likely going to be on the aftermarket. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this quick look at this knife. Love having you here. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way out. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you here all the time. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. And as always, feel free to leave me a comment down on the comments section. You know, I love talking to you. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Until next time.